Advantage Athletic Therapy, personalized rehabilitation programs with a whole body approach. Enjoy the podcast.
It's the June 2026 show with Dr. Amber from Simcoe Optometric Clinic on Colburn Street. How are you today, Amber?
Hey, I'm pretty good, Dave. How are you doing?
Good. What are we going to talk about today? What haven't we covered? What should we talk
We've
about?
talked about a lot of
Any
things.
ideas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's great that you do this show, and it's great that it's an opportunity to kind of talk about eye conditions and eye health issues and things that people come in and ask me on a regular basis. So there's some topics that I hear over and over again from people when they're in that they have questions about. So I feel like maybe we could talk about one of those things today and just try and maybe clear up some misconceptions or give some people kind of a deep dive on a question that I get pretty often.
All right. What's the
Okay.
question? I want to hear. I'm
So
curious now.
I think I want to talk about astigmatism.
Okay.
Yeah. So have you heard of astigmatism?
I've heard of it, but I don't exactly know
Know
what it
what it
is.
is? Okay. I think it's something that it's a little bit of a tricky concept. So I think that a lot of people know what it is or they've been told that they have it. Sometimes I get people that are concerned that they've been told they have an astigmatism or they're not really sure what it is or what it means for their eyes or how it's going to impact them or why it really is there. So I wouldn't mind, kind of trying to go over that a little bit. So you're gonna have to bear with me. I brought some props.
Perfect.
Okay.
Let's play.
Okay. So pretty common if you Google astigmatism or you've been told you have astigmatism, you might have been told that your eyes are football shaped, which is sort of an oversimplification. It sort of makes sense, but not really. So I have a football here. So, if you have astigmatism, it's not so much that your eye is football shaped, like it's elongated or that the front looks like this end of a football. Uh, we're really kind of talking about your cornea with astigmatism. So, little eye model here. Your cornea is this clear dome on the front of your eye. Light goes through your cornea, travels through the eyeball, and hits the retina at the back in here. So, your cornea, if we popped it off your eye, it is a little dome like this. If you don't have astigmatism, then this cornea is shaped sort of spherically, just like the side of a basketball or a volleyball. So the curvature is the same all the way around, no matter how you look at it. So my little curvature tool here, same all the way around. With astigmatism, this dome would be steeper one way, and if I rotated it, it'd be flatter another way. So if you cut a little piece out of your football that was maybe the size of this demo cornea, you'd see that it's flat one way and then steeper another way, this way. So if you've got astigmatism, just basically means that this is flat in one spot and steeper in another spot. So you just really have two different prescriptions. So
I got you.
yeah, that's it. Your eyeball is still round. Everything else is the same shape as someone without astigmatism. And it is really common. So about 80% of people have at least a little bit of an astigmatism. It does come into play if you wear contact lenses because contact lenses fit right on the surface of the eye. If you don't have astigmatism, the contact lens is this shape, pops right on. If you have astigmatism, it's got to be the right angle to fit just right. So they are specialty made, sometimes a little more expensive, and sometimes have to be made as hard contact lenses. But if you've been diagnosed
Gotcha.
with astigmatism, don't worry. It just has to do with how your eyes focus, and it is really common.
Okay. Wow. You just packed a lot in there. Holy heck. There's a lot of information. I didn't realize that. And it's like, it kind of makes sense because, everybody is different, right? So there's going to be those little waves or those little cuts like that are different in everyone. It doesn't, you're right, 80%, it would make sense. 80% would have it. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, and because, our eyes are living, breathing things, so not everybody's cornea is going to be a perfect sphere.
Right.
So if you have astigmatism, you might be getting kind of funny streaks of light when you drive at night with headlights. Everything's just kind of a little bit smudged or out of focus. So if you're experiencing anything like that and you haven't had an eye exam in a while, it's worth getting it checked. Sometimes if you've got a bit of astigmatism, it's great to have a pair of glasses just for night driving and just for detail, just kind of sharpen some of that up and make things a little bit more comfortable.
Gotcha. Okay. Great talk on that. Two other things I want to get to. It's summertime, so sunglasses for the kids and maybe even prescription goggles if you're going to be hitting the water a lot, especially if there's a lot of chlorine or anything, correct?
Yeah, those are great points. Prescription goggles are a great option if you have kids that wear glasses and they're going to be swimming or playing soccer. Prescription safety sport glasses. Our office carries a few different types of both of those in a range of prescriptions. So it's a great option so that your kids can still see clearly, or you can still see clearly while you're doing those activities. And sunglasses, it's something kids oftentimes aren't bothered by the sunlight. They're not overly light sensitive, but we do get 80% of our UV exposure before we're the age of 18. So if your kids are outside this summer, which hopefully they are, it's a good idea to have UV protection, hat with a brim, and sunglasses that block 100% of UV light.
Perfect. Yeah, that's so critical, I think. And also, just to remind folks too, back to school will be coming, so it's a great time to get in to see Dr. Amber for that summer checkup for the kids before you head back to school.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Great catching up today. A lot of information. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Well,
But that's okay. We needed to get it all
yeah.
in.
You know what? And people can rewind it and watch it twice if they need if they need me to slow down a little bit. So anyway, if you have questions about astigmatism, you know where to find me.
All right. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, anytime.